Your mistress welcomes you back to another video. Let's look at this one button assistant when it comes to Protection Paladin. First of all, what is the one button assistant? Well, this is a button that essentially presses all your buttons for you with just one keybind. The only caveat is that it elongates your GCD or global cooldown by 25%. First off, how do we enable the one button assistant? Click the exit button to open up the game menu, go to options, gameplay, and then hit gameplay enhancements. From there you can click on your spellbook, but I also wanted to talk about the assisted highlight option. This just simply highlights abilities that are suggested in your rotation, and do make sure that all your DPS abilities are on your bar or it will not suggest that in the rotation. Alrighty, now going to your spellbook, you can just simply pull this off the corner of your spellbook right here and put it on your bar. Alrighty, with the one button assistant on our bar, let's test it out a little bit. First off on the rotation, it starts off with Bastion of Light, and then Consecration, and then Divine Toll. So it kind of just goes off your DPS abilities, right? And I'm not really finding the most sustainability. You'll notice my Shield of the Righteous, which is the blue line that procs up, is not really this one. Now the blue does kind of start going like, okay, we're using holy power, nice. Shield of the Righteous is up, nice. But then eventually it does drop off, so it kind of does scare me. However, it doesn't make me hopeless for keys, which brings me into the next thing I want to do. Is I want to get into a key and test out this one button as a tank. I ended up finding a cute little +3 key, and I did make sure to inform the group members that I will be trying out the one button, but also if there's any problems, I will go ahead and correct my, rotation, and we'll get through the key. Everyone is okay with it. We did have a couple of new players in here. It looked like, I think the mage was new, and I think the priest was new. First thing I want to go in here, I just want to gather all these mobs around the back here. And then, I want to make sure everyone came with me. And then just gathering all the mobs here. And then let's just go to work. First, it starts me off with the Bastion of Twilight. And then, gives me a Divine Toll. This is me trying to get the aggro because, I don't think my teammates knew not to attack things yet. Or maybe I just didn't do it correctly with this one button. So just still pressing the button, making sure I dodge things. My priest is struggling a little bit, and at this point I can't tell if it's me or if it's, my priest. But also notice how I didn't pop any cooldowns here. I did pop lay on hands, however I didn't pop my damage reduction Ardent Defender. And we're kind of struggling a little bit. I'm trying to make sure that the mage, I don't know why the mage is dying that badly there. So I was trying to get a, word of glory out on the mage, but kind of unsuccessful. Something that's really cool is that word of glory is in the rotation for the one button assist. So that was the first trash pack. I don't think I like that much, so I was just you know what, I'm just gonna switch back. So that's the end of my test for the one button assist with accidentally put myself up. But that is the end of my test for the one button assist with tanking. In conclusion, can one button assist work as a tank? Yes, if you're first starting out and maybe you need to learn tank with it, but it's not really going to translate that well as Paladin. Well, not just Paladin, tank buttons are a lot of times when you use tank buttons, they're more so on as needed basis or something like that. And it's just not always going to work out in situations if the assist is, suggesting things for you. Although we are far enough in this game, we are not that far yet where tanking and basically the one button assist will actually play your class for you if you're not a DPS. I would love to see this work for other classes, but that is the test for Protection Paladin. Make sure you comment down below if you tried this and you got a better run than me. Make sure you hit like and make sure you subscribe. I hope to see you in my next video. Your Mistress Minty. Bye.